Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and happy time zone to everybody. I hope you're having a great week. I know I am. Um, and yeah, welcome back to Hung Animation. My name is Nita Lanning. I've been creating comics for the past 5-ish years and started making my own animated pilot in Clip Studio Paint last year and been teaching myself animation as I go. So, every week on 1 p.m. Eastern, I do Hong An Animation where I take you guys along on my journey. We get work done, we talk a little. Last week, we had a wonderful conversation with Molly Carroll um, regarding her Kickstarter and her experiences in animation and all the things she does. And this week, we're just going to get back into actually animating. There's a couple of updates. Last weekend, I asked Luce to marry me, and she said yes, out of nowhere. Uh, for both of us, out of nowhere. So really happy about that. So yeah, I'm engaged. Holy crap! And yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Been going to therapy. So that is my new Thursday thing. Which means that before Hung Animation, I really need to get myself back into it. It's pretty intense, in a good way. I'm just getting used to it. And well, you shouldn't get used to therapy. You should feel it. Um, but yeah, if I seem out of it for the first bit, I'm sorry. That's why. It's every Thursday now, up until we're done with it. Um, and other than that, yeah, I'm just getting work done. Looking to get the living room done this weekend so I can finally move my studio out and start working on these two rooms to turn them into proper livable rooms again as well. So that's what's been going on in my life. How about you guys? Hit me up, and I'm just gonna start inking. I am currently working on a background for scene 3-2. Let me just play it. So I'm doing the far background right now. So right here, all that stuff. And as people know, I get into inks. I just do a very rough sketch and it's straight into inks from there. I love doing it like that. Um, so let's get working. If you got any questions about what this project is, why I'm doing it, well, the why is pretty easy. I wanted it. And that's the best reason to have. And yeah, we're just gonna continue working on it. I'm yeah, it's been a wonderful week for me. Brooks and I had a weekend away together in Alkmaar, which is a town like 10 miles north from here. 10 miles? Yeah, 10 miles, about 15 kilometers. So about 10 miles. And yeah, that was a very pleasant surprise on how fun that was. It was an incredibly fun and inviting city. I had no idea it was that much fun. Because if you look for it online, dear Lord, is it boring. Then you actually get into the downtown and you get on to all the tiny shops and stuff. Yeah, it's gorgeous if you like older buildings and the small back streets of Amsterdam, stuff like that. This comes close. Actually, I think this one is better, honestly. So yeah, we did that. Went to theater together. I don't go to theater often enough. I absolutely adore doing it, actually. Theater is so much fun. I am a sucker for it, but it's one of those things that just doesn't come around for me. And we saw this cabaret. It's not a hotel here, aka it was about teenagers and parents experiencing teenagers, but also teenagers experiencing parents, which is a lot of fun. Chris and I both really caught ourselves in the whole thing, but we also, um, caught ourselves be like, yep, we're too old for this. We know exactly what this feels like from the parent types that they would be acting like. It's funny. It was so much fun. And yeah, so we had a wonderful weekend. I really needed it. Finally relaxed a bit. And yeah, it was wonderful. Now, the rest of the week has just been working, getting work done. I caught a awful cold that started last week. If you listen to last week's show, you actually can hear my voice being a little off. Well, it got even worse over the weekend. I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, yeah, that's been going on. This weekend, I'm going to try and finish the living room, as I said before. And hopefully just keep going. I also put in the chat, you can now find the entire pilot so far over on the Indie Comics Network as a video, as well as over on my own YouTube channel. I'll be sure to check it out. Let me know what you think. I know I've got a few awesome replies already. And yeah, all the likes and all the appreciation. It means a lot. And it's been one hell of a journey so far, but I am enjoying it to the fullest. And I got amazing supportive friends. I'm looking at you, Carl and Donna, and all the other people involved in caring. And it's been great fun. It's been 1.5 years now, and I am still enjoying this so much. Progress feels slow, a lot slower than I would have liked, but on the other hand, it's what I have, and I'm pretty much at peace with what I got so far. It's pretty. I'm enjoying it. There's so much done already, and yeah, I can't thank you all enough. So yeah, these are Scene 3-2 inks. They're flying across a hill, which is visible in the previous scene. This is the scene where I went all overkill with the background. Do I still have that to show off? No, I do not. Let me add that. Why isn't that in here? That one, I think. So, to show you all what it's actually like. So what we're going to be looking at, what we're working on, is the background from the other side of this scene. So here we go.
It's amazing.
So yeah, the the big tree that you're seeing here on the other scene will be flipped around, and you can look at it on this end, and then the Aquanit comes flying around like that. For now, we're just going to work on the whatchamacallits, on the background. And they don't have to be a perfect copy or a perfect reverse, because that's what it's supposed to be. You just want to get the point across. Like, it needs to feel the same. You need to be able to say, yeah, that is exactly the same place from the other angle. And in this case, the main thing about that is that you try and keep the same style. Luckily, this is all my hand, so it should look pretty much the same. Let's see. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And sorry, Calvin is distracting me for the Master Chief game. It's okay. No worries, no worries. I'm just glad you guys are here, and I appreciate you. And I would have loved to say to have seen you guys in real life for the first time at the end of the month with HelloCon. But sadly, life had other plans. That being said, there's always next year. And we still really have the whole thing on our minds to go on over to America. The plan hasn't changed. It's just that there's so many things going on. So we'll catch up. One of my biggest personal concerns when it comes to the pilot is that you're going to see how much better I'm going to get making this thing as I go. Because there are a lot of scenes that I got to get through. And, I have a very streamlined work method. There's going to be differences just because I'm going to be doing this for so long. And because it's only one guy doing it, he's going to get a lot of practice. we are. Doesn't even take all that long. Now, the main thing is, I have to make sure that I get the colors right. Of course. First of all, let me. The thing I gotta do, the color's the same. That's right. So, that. And then what I actually want to do is filter. Oh wait. Convert to. There we go. So what that did is that these wait. These are now vectors, or they should be. Why are you not? If not, then I gotta fix that. Let me see, how did I do it again? Convert layer, vector layer, expression color, great. There we go. Wrong. Same idea. Now every single line is a vector. And that means that if I zoom in really well, and I select this line, see all the little dots? You see that little line? I adjusted my fill tool to always go down to that middle point. And I'm going to do that for the background as well. Vector layer, and there we go. Let it run its course. It may take a while. You don't have any trouble touching it. It depends on the kitty. Oh, thank you. Okay, it should be done. Yeah. So there we go. And I could actually just combine these because they're just both vectors. They should still be vectors. Yes, okay. So I'm going to take my flats. And I'm actually going to lower the opacity just to show you guys how. And I'm going to show you guys how I did this afterwards. This is just something that I. Let me show you first. So I grab my go to my pen tool, I grab my color that I want, and I make this the reference layer. Let me see. Anti-overflow. Okay, yeah. I should do that with a circle pen. Area scaling. 0.2. Okay. Look at that. But it goes even better. Fill up the vector path. And now it will fill it up down to the center of that vector. And it doesn't always work perfectly. As you can see, it'll fill it up right up to the middle. Just like that. So, I put the stabilization like really high. That's something I had to do earlier, but that's be right now. And let me scale it just a little more. Because I'm feeling that. You can see why this is useful. So now let me explain how you do this. You take your pen tool, right? You go down, and I gotta remove myself so you can actually see it. You take your pen tool, you go to the settings, which is the little icon over here, the little wrench, and it opens. Normally, it just opens this, and you get all your menu items on your left. You go all the way down to anti-overflow. You click on it. Then you select do not cross lines of vector layer, of reference layer. Then fill up the vector path. You put your tolerance, I've actually put it pretty high. For a very simple reason, I work in pure black. And then you can scale it a little bit. So you always go further than the center of your line. Then you make a layer, your reference layer, which is the little lighthouse icon. There you go. You go to the layer that you want to draw on. And there you go. Filling up nicely. This made my life so much easier and make this process so much faster. It's not perfect, and it may not work for you personally, but I know for me, yeah, I love this. Absolutely love this. There you go. This is by far my fastest way to flat color anything. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Go try it out for yourself. I mean, that's the whole point, right? Now, the reason that it works like this is because I made a vector layer. My reference layer is made up of vectors. So I made my standard layers, and I converted those. So layer, convert layer, and you convert them into a vector layer right here. If you don't do that, it's not going to work this way. It'll work up to the edges. Oh, and I should not be doing that on this layer. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, if you don't make it a vector layer, it's not going to work like that. Alrighty, any other tips I can give? Probably a million, but not getting them to mind at the moment. And of course, if you got any other questions, hit me up. I'd love to hear them, and explain things. What I'm doing here is just roughly following this pattern here. So the eye will fill it in and say, oh, they just switch scenes, that's it. We know exactly where we are, and that's fine. Let's see, that color. What's name? Oh, it is. Oh, that is slightly darker. I'll use this one for this tree then. Thought I had already selected that. Like, it's not going to be all that likely that anyone is going to notice these little details. But this is a just in case. Because if someone is going to watch this and they're going to notice something just being off, and not per se intended, but it just pulls them out just that tiny bit, that's enough to not work, right? So it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it needs to be close. And this background is going to be moving just a little bit. So that means that it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect either. Because your eyes are just not going to follow it as thoroughly as it would be standing still. On the other end, there's going to be something flying straight through your view. So, whatever, right? There we go. That should be about it. Our base color for these trees. Nothing here but its trees. Kudos if you know where that's from. So the reason I'm keeping the vectors halfway is because this is 300 dpi and the pilot is at 144 dpi because you literally don't need more for a for animation. It is absolutely useless, and you're just going to make your file gigantic for no reason whatsoever. But because I'm going to scale it down, what is going to happen is that if I don't fill these little things up to as far as I can, it's going to maybe potentially cause gray spots or white spots in between. And I want to avoid that. And that is why flat coloring needs to be drawn through as much as possible. And yes, you can make a mistake here or there. That's fine. But it's something to keep in mind. And it makes working with your inks once you actually start rendering a lot easier as well. Just because, again, there's going to be an extra limp over here. It says you need to draw within the lines, right? We're adults. We decide when we draw within the lines. I can draw trees for days, I swear. They're so much fun. There's a certain liveliness to them. Just, yeah. Like, I make simple trees. I'll be the first one to admit that. Like, I get how they work. I know how to make the eye go, that looks detailed. Well, it really isn't. And Yeah, just I enjoy trees. Trees are cool. I'm sorry if you can hear the airplane outside. I live right in a direct route up to the nearest, well, up to Amsterdam Airport. So, yeah, it tends to get a little weird and crowded. Yeah. Oh, that's that one. Okay. Cool. Just give myself a reference point. Who's buzzing me? Me. Go. And don't forget to save, everyone. It's very important. Control S is your friend. Always. Never let him tell you otherwise. Lying. Doot, doot. And another tree down, another tree down. Oh, grass would be proud, yeah. Yeah, luck to grow. Here's another reference point. To make sure that's at least the right color. Woo. And then Let's keep both of you. Cool. There we are. And we're going to make these a different color. Entirely. It can be blue. You're going to be far away anyway. Just going to support a few other kinds of trees. We've got a forest, more than just one type of tree. Mm-hmm. Two. These are all base colors, so we just work from here, work our way up. There. Nice big piece. Just like that. Hey. Hey, Chris. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, hold on. I'm not fit. There we go. There's my face again. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. There's just a lot of things going on in my life right now, but I've been good. Just working with pilot. If you haven't checked out the full pilot yet, be sure to do so over on the Indie Comics Network. It's it's the first video shown right now under videos. But let me just, if you go up to the chat, you will find the link right up there. And I didn't pin it. I'm so sorry. I will do so in a moment. But yeah, I've been good. I hope you too, man. Uh-oh. Bit enthusiastic. last bit. There we go. Edges. Use their color. And we're nearly done with flat coloring again. There we go. Oh, wait, now I'm seeing a mistake. That is the flat coloring done for now. There we are. Just like that. One complete background. Now I only have to render it. But running up to the hour. My therapy session earlier has been pretty intense, so I'm kind of sporting a headache. None of you guys' fault, nor of the therapy really. But yeah, I'm a little bit worn out. So lovelies, it has been wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, no, it made life so much easier. So be sure to use it. Yeah, no, time flies when you're having fun, right? Yeah. To show you guys what this is gonna end up like, here is a fully finished scene that comes before this one.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Didn't mean to double click, but yeah, no. So thank you all. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you're in. And we will see each other very soon on the next hunt on animation.